Hello everyone, I am Julian Morris with the Channel 5 News. In the headlines, the Drug Abuse Prevention Unit redoubles its commitment to the battle against drug abuse. One of the largest online foreign exchange platforms, iMarkets Live, says it's not a pyramid scheme after DAIC cautions investors. And wow, positive that abolishing the ceiling on redundancy payments is now within reach. The details of the news coming up.
Imagine you have Hollywood at your command. Introducing Flow Evil.
Red cheese, gold rings, all black, everything creeping through the night.
Anywhere you are.
Big girl songs scream hard like Halloween, make me feel alive.
There's a world of entertainment here, and you run the show. Flow Evil.
The Fire and Ambulance Service is advising Dominicans to update their fire management safety systems. Here is Andrea Louis with a report.
The call comes on the heels of a house fire on Hillsborough Street in Roseau last week and a bushfire in Portsmouth the week before. Public Relations Officer Wayne Later says a fire management system would ensure minimal damage to any property when a fire occurs.
This is an opportune time to look at your fire safety management system at our homes. And we recommend greatly that everybody have fire extinguishers at the home, and it would be the ABC type or the multi-purpose type. And as small as a 5-pound fire extinguisher could help you in your home greatly. But we want to tell persons fire can be very deadly and it can kill you.
Later is also advising the public to be particularly careful around electric fires.
We want to tell persons, particularly where electricity is concerned, that electricity can kill. And at no time should they have a fire where electrical appliances are involved, that you should use water at any time. If you have a powder type fire extinguisher, that would be ideal. If not, if you have sand or dirt in your yard, use that. And shut off the electrical supply as soon as possible.
The Fire and Ambulance PRO is encouraging the public to do all necessary to ensure their safety and that of their property in the case of a fire.
We always have the occurrence of fires coming up, and persons' reaction is the first thing. But we are asking persons, whatever you do, ensure that you are safe in doing it. And it makes no sense to get yourself caught up in the blaze and die whilst you could have done otherwise. We'd also like persons to continue to protect their residents and practice safety in their residence every day in order that we'll have a safe environment and reduce the occurrence of fires at all times.
The department has reported that it responded to 187 fire calls in 2018.
The Dominica Association of Industry and Commerce is urging the public to exercise prudence and seek professional advice in considering opportunities currently being offered by promoters of iMarkets Live IML. IML is a provider of foreign exchange or forex education and trading tools geared at equipping people to trade currencies on the international forex market. DAIC issued an advisory on its website stating there are unique complexities to trading currencies and investors should venture into this area with due caution. The Chamber says it's also concerned about IML's recruitment strategy, which exhibits characteristics of a pyramid scheme. Subscribers to the program are offered advantages and compensation, which increase as they recruit more people, with increases in compensation being financed from new subscription revenue. DAIC says in this construct, early subscribers will benefit at the expense of later subscribers. It says potential participants in this program are urged to examine their true incentive to participate. If it is the prospect of earning commission from enrolling new participants, then you may in fact be supporting a scheme which will be financially detrimental to others. In addition, the DAIC says it would like to advise investors about the need to seek financial advice from a qualified professional or to carry out as much research as possible before participating. DAIC told Channel 5 News they would not comment any further on the issue. They say their intention was basically to caution the public not to start a controversy. Meantime, the DAIC advisory triggered this response. iMarkets Live says its company started in 2013, one of the largest online forex and cryptocurrency education platforms. Customers of IML have access to view over 100 educational videos in the academy, over 500 hours of IML TV and daily webinars hosted by lecturers, teachers and mentors. They say the main purpose is to educate and help individuals identify, understand and manage the complexities of the forex markets. They have invited the DAIC and its members to learn more about what they do, which they believe would bring added value to DAIC and its members.
The promoters of iMarkets Live acknowledged the DAIC and its responsibility to protect the people of Dominica and would like to make the following statement. iMarkets Live prides itself on being solely an educational platform with the mission to provide training and resources for those interested in learning to legitimately trade online on the foreign exchange market. Our program is designed to directly address the unique complexities that the DAIC included in their advisory by focusing on risk management techniques throughout the program. While we do employ a multi-level marketing strategy to organically advertise and attract interested future traders, our aim remains educational, unlike the goals of pyramid schemes. iMarkets Live provides a unique learning opportunity for those interested in growing their wealth on the foreign exchange market, an industry of $5.3 trillion daily. As a company regulated by the Federal Trade Commission of the United States and supported by Visa, iMarkets Live was also cleared by the Anguilla Financial Services Commission. We applaud the DAIC for seeking to protect the vulnerable, and we hope those with questions or interest in the opportunity will contact one of our Dominican representatives for clarification. As a company operating since 2013, spanning 120 countries with over 60 full-time educators, we are prepared to share our knowledge and excitement about this market.
And speaking of money, if you have the tendency to draw on or deface the EC currency, you may want to rethink this practice. The ECCB says this devalues the notes and it's illegal. The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank wants you to know that you can be prosecuted for damaging EC banknotes. The central bank says damaging or defacing the notes is a criminal offense.
During my tenure at the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, I've seen quite a lot of Eastern Caribbean Central Bank notes, that have been defaced. With a lot of drawings. Persons give the queen a beard, persons give the queen locks, put a shades or glasses on her face with a big necklace. Some persons deface the notes with dirt and other moisture, ink, draw on the notes and other elements. Notes have been with creases and crumples, notes that are torn and rat bitten and dirt and so on. We have seen quite a lot of banknotes that have been defaced. So for example, this one has tape and writings on it. Right? And depends on where the writings are, it can be rejected or it can be destroyed automatically once we're processing the banknotes. The size has been altered, by it being torn and taped up. And this one has been severely defaced by dirt or some chemical. This one too has been defaced by either dye pack or a marker. This one has been mutilated by virtue of it being torn. And if you notice, someone would have put on shades on the queen face, give the queen a moustache.
Quite distressing, I find. How do these acts affect the currency itself?
These acts, they make the note unfit for circulation in quick time.
What do you mean by that?
When the notes are defaced, they are taken out of circulation by the commercial bank by submitting them to the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. We process them by shredding and destroying them.
Can individuals be held accountable for these acts?
Yes, they can. As a matter of fact, it's a criminal offense to deface the banknotes in the islands in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. And this is something that would want persons to desist from doing.
So persons can actually be prosecuted for defacing the EC notes?
Yes, they can.
Rosbert, there are cases where individuals find themselves in possession of damaged notes through no fault of theirs. There might be a fire, parents or grandparents might have buried the notes and they, you know, rat bitten. Different situations. Can individuals receive value for notes that are damaged?
Yes, for example, if the banknotes have 2 serial numbers plus the governor's full signature, that's full value. If it has 1 serial number plus the governor's full signature, that's full value. If the banknotes have 2 serial number plus half the governor's signature, that's full value. If the banknotes have 1 serial number plus half the governor's signature, that's half value. Anything else would render the banknotes valueless.
You are watching Channel 5 News. We'll have more after this.
Imagine you have Hollywood at your command. Introducing Flow Evil.
Ripped cheese, gold rings, all black, everything creeping through the night.
Anywhere you are,
Big girls don't scream hard like Halloween, make me feel alive.
there's a world of entertainment here, and you run the show. Flow Evil.
Top management of the Waterfront and Allied Workers Union has highlighted aspects of the country's labor laws which need to be amended for the well-being of employees. Secretary-Treasurer of the Waterfront and Allied Workers Union, Curtis Augustus, says abolishing the ceiling on redundancy payments is an area the union has been advocating for years. Augustus remains optimistic that the necessary change will come soon.
We have made representation in terms of changing certain parts of our labor law. And I could tell you that in relation to 8902, which is the Protection of Employment Act, Section 22, subsection 3, we have asked that the ceiling for payments of redundancy should be removed. And we are saying so on the basis that once you have in fact worked in any operation for 22 years, you qualify for the maximum that the law provides. So if you have people working for 30 years, they'll be losing 24 weeks pay as a result. And I don't think that the workers should be disadvantaged to that level. We have asked for it. We have not seen anything.
Augustus would also like to see the proper legislation be put in place regarding the retirement age of employees.
Another area where we would like to see an amendment, an adjustment, or an understanding is that the Dominica Social Security pension age is going up to 65. We would like to see legislation that provides for that, because the pension age established practice is 60 years. Now, if you were to take your pension at 60 years and presently is 62 and a half, you are going to be losing on the quantum that you're going to get. And we are saying that that should not be the case.
The Drug Abuse Prevention Unit has vowed to continue on the ongoing battle against drug use and abuse despite the end of the Drug Awareness Month activities. Andrea Louis reports.
Acting Director of the Drug Abuse Prevention Unit, Martha Jarvis, says among continued plans for educating and sensitizing the Dominican public is the hosting of the first national consultation on drug awareness.
Putting together a national consultation will be bringing various departments that deal with anti-drug activities in one forum. So we'll be informing the public about the various departments. A lot of times we do not know what goes on in, let's say, the drug squad, their role, responsibilities, and providing the general public with some of the latest trends and data. So we'll be giving you more information about that symposium.
Jarvis says there are other internationally recognized days which Dominica will observe to drive home the awareness of drug use and abuse.
We have in May 31st, World No Tobacco Day. We also have our peer helpers program going on in the schools. We also have International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. So that's another day that we'll be celebrating.
Though there is no data to show results from the Drug Awareness Month activities, Jarvis believes the month does have a positive impact on youth and the wider public.
I know that the public usually look forward to Drug Awareness Month, and if we do not have activities, they would actually, you know, bring it over and say what's going on with drug prevention unit. And so they look forward to it. It's something that's expected every year. As to the impact in terms of direct impact, and I cannot say because we do not have any empirical data that will say this activities is attributed directly to behavioral change we see in our community or society.
Drug Awareness Month is observed in January each year. Andrea Louis, Channel 5 News.
And the executive of the United Workers' Party has commended the Chief of Police, Daniel Carbon, for a recent meeting to discuss their concerns. Among the concerns raised at that meeting, democratic freedoms of the Dominican people, political activities of the UWP, the rule of law, and policing in the Commonwealth of Dominica. According to a press release from the UWP, these talks were aimed at establishing and implementing protocols for confidence-building measures that would inform future relationships between the two organizations. The leader of the opposition was out of state and could not attend, but the UWP delegation felt the Chief of Police treated the issues raised earnestly.
When persons with TB sneeze or cough, healthy persons nearby breathe in the droplets and the bacteria can lodge in their lungs. People with weakened immune systems such as HIV/AIDS, alcohol and drug users, smokers, children, and the elderly are most susceptible. Persons with a cough should take precautions when in contact with persons in public places. Cover your mouth when sneezing and coughing. Visit your doctor or health center. You must complete your treatment. TB can be cured even with HIV. Be responsible. Help stop the spread of TB and HIV. Protect yourself and others.
To end the news, a look again at the headlines. The Drug Abuse Prevention Unit redoubles its commitment to the battle against drug abuse. One of the largest online foreign exchange platforms, iMarkets Live, says it's not a pyramid scheme after DAIC cautions investors. And WOW positive that abolishing the ceiling on redundancy payments is now within reach. Feel free to contact us at news@marpin2k4.com. You may access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the production team, I am Julian Morris. Thank you for watching. Join us tomorrow.